Hello and welcome. This is Michelle with Paper Stamp Ink. Thanks for stopping by tonight. So I am going to share with you a card that I created actually as a revision of a card that I made 2 years ago. So today is June 8th that I'm recording this, and this is 2 years from my very first video that I posted on YouTube. I thought it would be fun to take that layout, mix it up a little bit, add something to it, and redesign it for today. So I hope that you enjoy this layout as much as I do. It's great for mixing and matching pattern papers. I'm also going to have a giveaway, and I am giving away this Tropical Chic stamp set and thinlits. So these have these great dies that go with them, and then this fun stamp set. So these are from my stash, so they are slightly used. I used them a few times to do some videos and to demo at a party, but they are in excellent condition, so I hope that you would love to add these to your collection if you don't already have them. So I will tell you how you can join in that giveaway in just a little bit, but in the meantime, I want to just say thank you so much for all of you who have subscribed to my channel, who have come along on this journey with me, whether it's from the very beginning or you just recently found my channel. If you haven't already taken time to do so, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when I post future projects. I also have a 30-day challenge going on right now for the month of June, and I am challenging myself to post a video tutorial every day during the month of June. And over on my Facebook group, Paper Stamp Inkers, and I'll put a link for that down below, I am having a challenge over there for members of my group where I will post the video, and I'm asking them to post pictures of the projects they've completed that were inspired by that project. So it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but maybe the technique that I used or the layout. And it's fun to see what you guys come up with, and I have 30 prizes to give away over on that page, so that's fun to be a part of. Now this prize on my YouTube channel is only open to people within the US, so I apologize for those of you who are international, but I have to place some limits on that to within the United States. Let's go ahead and get started on putting this card together. So this is our general layout that I have here, and I actually took 4 different pieces of designer series paper and cut them up, and I will show you what that looks like here in just a moment, and created 3 of the cards, and we'll make the 4th one together. I used a little bit different patterns, and then I took different colors of cardstock for the matting layer, so they're all slightly different but still pretty much the same. So this is the paper that we're using. Let me get my dimensions here. So you're going to start with a piece of cardstock or a piece of designer series paper that is 5 inches by 3 5/8. Okay, and you're going to cut top to bottom at 1.5 inches. So that's going to give you a piece that's 1.5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, and pretend these are all the same pattern. I've already done my mixing and matching, so I didn't save one that's all the same, but that leaves you with this piece over here. You're going to cut 1 3/4 inches off the top, so that's going to give you 1 3/4 inches by 2 1/8, and then you're going to have your bottom piece is going to be 2 1/8, and you're going to cut that down to 3 1/8. So if you've done your math, you know 3 1/8 plus 1 3/4, we've got a 1/8 of an inch gap left here, and that's so that we have a nice little gap between these pieces when we put them on the layout. So I didn't do my math wrong. I know that they don't add up to 5 inches, and that's on purpose. So let's go ahead and put these down on our Purple Posy cardstock. And when you're putting these down, you just want to make sure you've got a nice even layer on here. So I'm making sure that my matting on all 3 sides is the same for this. And then I'm going to bring in this top piece. I love showcasing all the beautiful patterns, and you know, when you use papers within the same collection, then you know that the colors are all going to work together beautifully as well. You could definitely use more than 4 sheets. You could use as many as you like and play around with mixing and matching them. I would recommend that before you start gluing things down, you take a moment to decide which ones you want to go with which, so you don't end up with maybe 3 pieces of the same pattern or 2 of the same pattern left in the end, and you can't get that all the different designs on there. So take a few moments and lay them all out. I'm going to adhere that on there. This piece of purple posy is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to bring in my purple posy ink here. And the dies I'm using today are from the Layering Circles die set. So I used from the bottom section this one, which I believe is, let's see, the 4th smallest, or 4th largest, I guess. And then I used the corresponding scallop one, which is just a tad larger, just barely larger than this circle. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this down. And while I'm cutting this out, I'm going to tell you how you can be a part of that drawing. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you'd like to be into the drawing, is to go on over to, or not going over, sorry, to go ahead and go down in the comments, and I'd like you to list what is your favorite Stampin' Up! Color of cardstock ink. You know, they all coordinate, so pick your favorite current Stampin' Up! Color. Love to hear what you guys like. See if we have a clear favorite. I imagine there's going to be a lot of variation because there's so many fun and beautiful colors out there. This is a little departure for me because these colors are a little bit more kind of muted and soft than what I use, but it's fun to do something a little bit different for a change. So I tend to go towards the like the Regals and the Brights are kind of my go-tos. So I've got a little piece of the coordinating trim that is in colors, and it's this braided trim here. I love that detail on there, the scallops on the edge. And what I want to do is take a piece of tear and tape, and I find that the best way to stick these down, and I'm just going to get a nice little angle with my pieces there and put them where I want them to be on the front. Flip that over and just adhere that down with the tear and tape, and that's going to hold that in place for me. And now we're going to come in and use some dimensionals, and don't throw away those used dimensional sheets, because you want to make sure you're using that edging. Get everything you can out of that, because they're really very cheap. So if you want to throw it away, go ahead, but I don't like to waste things, so we're gonna fuss with this apparently. So I was meaning to be on here live tonight. I know I had posted that on my page that I was going to be live, but I just had some technical difficulties and could not quite get the live to work. For some reason, it was telling me it was streaming, but it really wasn't out there. So step 2 was to produce a video and share it with you guys. So I apologize if you were hoping to be on here live, and I wanted to be live and be able to chat with you guys as well, but it just wasn't meant to be apparently tonight. So here we go. I'm taking some of these faceted dots that are in the coordinating colors, and I'm going to put a small one up there on the eye. I just put 3 down there, and there we have our card for tonight, and we've got 4 variations of the card. Now, I don't know if you noticed anything a little different on this one, but I was out of those faceted gems. I was using up the last little bits of them, and so I just took a small hole punch and punched a dot to beef up the eye on there. So use what you have, get creative, and this is a fun and quick card layout. You can put whatever sentiments you want on there, and you can crank a bunch of these out to have in your stash. Thinking of you, I think, is always applicable. You can utilize that in so many ways. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and head on over to my Facebook group. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better over there and see what you've been working on. Until we talk again, make sure you grab your paper, stamp, and ink and do something creative. Oh, and by the way, I will be drawing, I forgot, I will be doing the drawing on the 12th. So you have a few days to comment below with your color choice to be entered into that drawing. Good night.